Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Fun Day. As you can tell, I have a little cold, so I might be a little sniffling here and there, but it's gonna be a good Sunday Fun Day. Our guest is our original guest that we had scheduled today cannot make it. She is from she lives in she her house is in Canada, and but she was so distraught was what was happening to the people in Ukraine that she started to went to Ukraine to try to help. And what she does is she delivers supplies to the front lines. Isn't it amazing? Now, most of this stuff when that's done is in like during the night. So what happened today is she doesn't really know where she's going into the night before or the day of. And tonight she's in a location where there's no electricity, there's no power, there's no internet, there's nothing. And that just shows you to tell you that she's pretty close to the front lines right now. And so prayers with her, but she definitely wants to come on. And you guys are going to love that interview when it happens. But I'm so sorry that she couldn't make it, but it's just the way things are in Ukraine. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. There's 23 people in the chat. Today's interview. So thank you for AJ's Green Topics for coming to do our live and do the interview today. And we're going to talk about worm farming. And I hope you guys like my little short I made today. I thought it was pretty funny. If you haven't had a chance, check out my shorts and like and leave a comment. That's how YouTubers make money, when people leave comments and like it, and it helps out. The 4 channels. See, I'm really sniffly, ain't I? The 4 channels we're going to go over today, hopefully longer than last week, is Thrists and Stitches, Mountain Grandma, Gina versus Gina, and Voon Chill. So I'm going to welcome our guest. This is AJ's Green Topics. There's AJ. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, thank you. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing pretty good. So when did you start worm farming? Like, when did you start to have any with interest with worm farming?
Probably back in 2014, I started a YouTube channel. My first video ever was with worms. And since then, I've been just fascinated with worms. I was trying to figure out what I could do to help reduce waste. Did some research, watched previous YouTubers that had worms in the past and learned from them. And now I'm an experienced worm farmer, and I can't go back. I love worms. There's something about them that I just love about them.
So how long have you had your channel?
I've been, like I said, it started in 2014.
Okay.
I wasn't active because I didn't think YouTube, you could make any revenue off of it, because I wasn't a gaming channel. But I'd say probably now for about five plus years I've been raising worms.
5, wow. And how much do you actually put in your bin each time? Do you collect it somewhere else, then put it in your bin for the worm farm, or do you how do you put your waste in there? Is it every day? Is it every week?
It's about it's about every week. What I have probably 5 active bins now, and I try to give them food every week. I'll go and check and see how they're doing. And if they don't need food, I don't add food. But this week I went 2 weeks, so I know they need to be fed. So I try to put in about a pound to a pound and a half of food per bin, give or take.
No, I have a question for you too, because
yeah,
I have no life in my soil in my back. It's very sandy, so I got to create my own soil, my own fertilizer. So that's one of the reasons why I want to start worm farming. If I bought worms, little wrigglers, and I forgot where the company where it was. But if I put like leaves in a plant in a hole and like wood stuff, and then all of a sudden I put worms over top, would that be beneficial that way?
Yeah. What they say, you can build a worm tower, and what that do, if you have a garden bed or anything, you can like get a 5-gallon bucket or use what you have, drill holes on the sides and the bottom so worms can come and go. Add cardboard, food scraps in there, and the worms will come there, and you'll have continuous cycle worms composting your food, which will be reinvested back into your soil. So that's a great method when it comes to worm farming, and yes, you will get beneficial results from worms.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing two things, like there's two projects at the same time. One outside in the garden by putting worms there, and then starting my own worm farm. And then I always have a continuous worms.
Yeah, no, I understand. I definitely understand where you're coming from.
So I'm really, you got to help. If there's no life in the soil, you're not going to grow.
That's right.
So I want to make sure there's tons of life in that soil, because I'm telling you, I go dig out there, there's nothing. There's nothing at all.
Yeah.
It's just the way the sand is. Other parts of my garden I've been working for years is doing really well. It's just back is there's nothing. It's terrible. I really need to get it tested.
Yeah. And Joe, when it comes to worms, the worms outside in your garden, they're like earthworms. They're different from the worms that I use.
Okay.
My worms are for composting, and the four main ones are red wigglers, European night crawlers, blue worms, and African night crawlers. I don't raise African night crawlers because in Zone 5A, the weathers are too brutal, and the African's a tropical worm. So if you don't invest into worms for your raised garden bed with composting worms, earthworms will still come into your worm tower. So it's another side note.
Okay, so castings is great. I mean, it's so sad. I mean, when I use my starting mix, I just use the regular ones in the bag, and I don't want to be spending money on this when I don't have to. That's just what I use.
Yeah,
castings.
And a way to save your money as well is once you get your worm castings, which is worm poop, in that bag you have, you can double that by just using half your bag and adding half worm castings. So that bag will turn into 2 bags. So that way you're saving money once again.
Yeah, that's and today we need to save every single penny we have. So how often do you put water in your worm farm? Because you can't have it too dry, you can't have it too wet. How often do you have water?
Yep. And the thing with me, everyone's different. So I have totes that I have, and they're downstairs, and there's always moisture in there. So I don't have problems with my bins being too dry, because the condensation always has moisture in it. But my worms won't die because they're not drowning. It's just enough water to get them flowing and moving, into the bin. So when it comes to worm farming, don't compare yourself to others. Do what works best for you. If it's too dry, add some water. And if it's way too dry, back up off the water. And certain foods that you feed have a lot of water, such as watermelon, cantaloupe, melon, and lettuce. So those are some vegetables you have to watch out for, fruits, when you apply those into your worm bin. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What should you not put in your worm farm?
A lot of myths have been busted, but they say don't put meat, dairy in your worm bins. But there are some people that do put meats in their worm bin, and I don't. But they have the big worm system, such as a continuous flow system or an urban worm bag. So don't put meat or dairy in your worm bin. And I don't put bread in my worm bin as well. And another thing that people put in their worm bins is leaves from outside. And I don't do that because from what I have noticed from other ones that have brought leaves in, they have mites, they have springtails and roly-polies. So if you can avoid it, don't use leaves. Just use shredded newspaper and cardboard. That's what I put in mine. And my systems have been running continuously. But don't compare me to anyone else. Everyone's different. So whatever works for you.
If any mods can type down AJ's I was going to say email, his YouTube address, let me know. Not let me know. See, I'm all over the place today. I'm totally lost. Anytime I get sick, my mind's spinning.
No, I understand. Yeah, I definitely understand.
So somebody write down AJ's YouTube channel. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
So what kills worms in a worm farm?
If it's too dry. because worms need moisture because their body's mostly water. Um, if you have a problem with like earwigs or mice or something, that could kill them. And if it's sub temperature weather, because average my red wigglers, I say to if you're going to buy them within a temperature of 45 degrees Fahrenheit, between 80 and 45, and you'll be fine. But if they get too hot, they can die. And I lost about 2,000 worms when I first started out because I had them outside because the family didn't want them in the house, and they froze to death, and I lost worms. So I was just grateful that my family allowed me to sneak them in, and now I have worms in the basement. And I always tell my viewers on my channel, don't worry, because worms, if they get out, they'll just become beef jerky. They won't crawl into your bed and try to cuddle with you, so you'll be just fine. So
yeah, what's that little slimy thing? And who knew worms could talk?
yeah, that was a good one. I like that short.
I try to do something funny for Sunday Fun Day.
Yeah,
Fun Day.
you always have good ones, man. You make me chuckle every time.
Makes me chuckle too.
uh,
You know, I was when I was Ubering last night because I do that part time on a weekend, and they were talking about YouTube. Somebody, two kids were talking about their own YouTube channel. Say, yeah, I got a YouTube channel too. So I showed them my shorts. We're around the rocks. I know exactly where we're going to. I didn't need directions, and they were like, "Oh my god, this is the funniest thing ever." So if you're in the chat today and you were my YouTube on my YouTube, I'm not my ride yesterday, say hi to everybody.
Joe, I just found something out. Okay, if you're gonna buy worms, if you buy them, they average. If you're gonna, some people have been buying for like I have a system called the Worm Bucket.
Okay.
And just a little quick plug. It's a 2.5 liter system, and this bin here, you can start out with 250 worms, and they'll be able to compost your food scraps in your house. So it doesn't matter what size house you have or anything, because everyone should be composting, because we always have food scraps that we have and dispose of. Instead of letting it go to the landfill, recycle it and add it to your garden. And if you don't have a garden, put it by your trees or something, because something can use that fertilizer to benefit your yard or whatever.
Now, how much does that cost?
This system here, it's $64. Okay. But if you want to save money, you can build your own out of Rubbermaid totes. Use what you have. I would recommend and encourage you to use not a clear tote, but a tote that's dark, because worms don't like light. And but I sold some of these on my website, and people really like the results. So that's a good thing to look into. But there's other options. So if you can't afford something, use what you have and go from there. Go to a thrift store or a Goodwill. You'll find totes, or around your neighborhood, there's always resources that people throw out that they don't realize that they can use and recycle again. And also, worms are going to go up. I just got an email from a friend that her worms are going to go up another few dollars. So if you're going to buy them now, because your investment of, say, if you buy worms for like $45, that will be 100-fold within 3 months, because they multiply. And if you want to get in the business with your worms, you'll have some worms you can sell. So it's always a recycling profitable system for people if they want to start worm farming. You won't lose money, you always gain.
And like, now that is your own product?
No, this is made from the company The Worm Bucket. I'm just like okay. Yeah, I'm an affiliate with them, but I like the product. And I just put more worms in there. I was going to stop using it because I have too many worms, and I like to have them in a bigger container to give them more room to multiply. But this system's so good, I restarted it with more worms, because I hate to waste resources when I have the resources to apply back into it. So this system's going to keep going. I'm not going to stop, end the cycle. So that's why I like this worm bucket system. But like I said, use what you have, and just keep it simple. On my channel, I can always ask questions. Leave comments and I'll get back with you. You know that, Joe. If we ever have Q&A, you can ask me or ask you something, and that's just how life works. This is a great community. My community and your community. It's just a great group of people.
Yeah, I love how everybody just gels together. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
look at this channel. You got farmers, you got gardeners, you got
Mm-hmm.
crochet, you got people. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
worm farmers.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
everything's a big circle,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
everybody has a good heart. If you ever
Mm-hmm.
notice that, everybody's willing to learn something. Maybe that's
Mm-hmm.
what I have always been a researcher. So every
Mm-hmm.
time, like if I went to the library, I could be there for 6 hours researching, constantly
Mm-hmm.
research. Oh, then again, you know what? Nobody goes to the library anymore.
Yeah, I know. Yep. Yeah, I understand that. Not too many people read either, so.
But you got the YouTube.
Exactly. Yep. This is YouTube University, the best college you can ever get for free.
Now, what other things could you compost in your worm farm? Like any odd
Um,
things like that are really beneficial.
Cardboard,
Cardboard, okay.
newspaper, not the glossy stuff. You can put basically any type of food scraps in there, such as your like vegetable pills. They say like onions, garlic, and stuff, just in moderation. Citrus in moderation. But if you have a large system, you can put more in there because the worms, if they don't like something, they'll move away from it. And if it gets too hot, they can move away from it, then come back and eat it. So there's a lot of things that you can put into your worm bin. And a book that I would recommend if you're new to worm farming is to read the book Worms Eat My Garbage by Mary Applehoff. That's a really good book. I mean, I know a few things about worms, but when you think you know everything, then that's when you have problems. And that book, when I read it, I learned newer things just from reading her book. And I'm always trying to read what other people have and pick and choose and build my own method and see what works. Kind of like Frankenstein, you figure out what works best for you and you go from there.
For questions in the chat, well, just give about 5 more minutes and we'll
Mm-hmm.
we can ask any kind of question you guys
Mm-hmm.
have. Do you make worm tea, and how do you make it?
I don't make worm tea, but I could. And the thing about worm tea, the research I read is that if you make it, use it within 1 to 2 days, but you get like a 5-gallon bucket, you get a bubbler system, so it's just like something like from a fish tank or something.
Uh-huh.
You put your worm casting into a sock or pantyhose or something, tie it up, add about a cup full of molasses, and let it bubble for like 8 to 10 hours, and you can start applying that strictly straight to your garden, your plants and stuff. And I say that helps to make your plants stronger. It kind of helps with preventing certain type of I guess pests, bugs from eating your plants. So there's some things that plenty of great benefits. But a lot of things, if you hear people say it, try it and then see if it works for you. And then if it's a success, definitely share that with other YouTubers, because if something works, let's keep it going. But I was thinking about this year trying to make some worm tea. And I also heard if you don't have molasses, you can use like a cup of corn syrup. Just the corn syrup and molasses helps with the bacteria, so that's why you put it in there. So
Yeah,
that's what I was told, but definitely try some worm tea this year.
yeah. When everybody started coming out with compost tea like a couple of years ago, then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, what about worm tea? That sounds like to
Yep.
help the microbes in the garden. That's
Yep.
sounds like really an easy thing to
Yep.
do. And
Yep. And also, Joe, when it comes to your worm buckets or your worm totes, I just use one tote instead of two. They say drill holes in one and let the liquid go down to the bottom, and that's your worm tea. That's not true. That's just excessive water, moisture. If your bin's perfect, which mine not, you shouldn't have any liquid come from the bottom. It should be just right, like a wrung out sponge. So if you want to save money, just use one tote. You don't have to buy two. If you're gonna buy two, save it for when your worms multiply and use that to start another worm bin. So but worms multiply really quick. And yeah, and the thing about it, you can never have enough worms. You always want more and more because they're, like I said, just want to recycle your stuff so much that you just see the, like I said, the great compost that you're going to get. So that's why I love worms.
It's like me with seeds. Worms, 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 seeds, seeds, seeds.
Yeah, but they both go hand in hand because you have so many seeds, which you can grow crops and use those seeds to recycle and start over. So you have a limited, unlimited supply of, fruits and vegetables throughout your year as well, your life.
Now, how your layer on top of your on top, like how much of a layer should you leave? Should you leave some open space? Should you just keep on piling stuff on? Like you're putting cardboard. Should you cut up your cardboard, or should you just lay it straight up? Like how much space do you need? Do you need any space?
Wherever I put food, I will add cardboard to it. If it's a lot, like say something like watermelon, that would absorb the moisture. Then I'll cover it up, and then I'll let them eat. And then about 2 to 3 inches of depth is all you need because composting worms are at the top of the soil. And within 3 to 4 months, you should take your castings out, which is that poop, and sift it and use it for your garden. Because if you don't take care of your worms, like give them fresh bedding, eventually they'll eat their poop, and that's not a good thing, So it's unhealthy for them. So within every 3 to 4 months, just go in there, take the brown stuff out, and just add new paper, and I'll just keep multiplying. And also another thing that we do is we call it fluff the bedding. That means like when your food's in there and you check it, like say a week later, just fluff up the bedding because that will prevent like your worm bin from going aerobic, where that means it stinks. But worms are different from compost bins because basically they work 24 hours. They're always moving, so the soil's always being, moved around, sifted. But when you fluff it, it gives them more room to mate and consume food scraps quicker.
Mating's good.
Yeah, exactly. And worms are both male and female. They're called hermaphrodites, and it takes 2 worms to mate. And they say on average you can start a good worm bin with just 10 worms. So, but yeah, if you're going to start and you're really interested, you got to use it. You have to decide how much food your family eats in a week. So if you if you can afford it, I would say go 2,000 worms, and that's 2 pounds.
Okay.
And feed them about 3 to 4 pounds of food a week, and they'll have that devoured. And then within 3 months, that 2 pounds will become 4,000, 8,000, 1,600, 3,200, blah blah blah, 32,000. And you have so many worms, you'll have to split the bin. And there's always people that want worms. So like I said, there's always a good benefit when it comes to worms.
I'm excited. I'm excited to try this, and we have my my wife's sister. She moved into our house with the 2 kids. So then you got myself, my wife, and Joey. So we got a lot of kids. So it's like the perfect thing to do.
Yeah,
a lot of kids in the house.
Yeah, and I'll tell you 4 people if you're gonna buy worms. If you're gonna go to a business who I know, Uncle Jim's Worm Farm, and I'm with him. His red wigglers, they say, have a mixture of blue worms in it, but to me, there's no difference. I don't have any problems. The food's gone, and blue worms and red wigglers won't mate with each other, so you don't have to worry about that. You have Mimi's Worm Farms. You have Northeast Worms. Uncle Jim's is in Pennsylvania. Mimi's Worms in Georgia. Northeast Worms is in New York, and then there's another female. Her name is the Garden Worm Lady, and she's in Indiana. So those are the 4 people that I know that I would direct you to, because if you buy like 2,000 worms, they'll throw some extras in there to compensate you to make sure that you're 100% customer, satisfied. And they're also having it where people are starting to buy. Some people just want pure red wiggler worm bins. For me, it doesn't matter because I, like I said, just want them to eat my food scraps. But when it comes to pure red wigglers, you're going to pay a little more extra money. So that's something to look into. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me or ask Joe, because I'll tell you what I know, and I'll be honest with you. And if you ask me about a company, I'll tell you if this person was good or bad, and I'll just give you feedback on what I know. So that's just a little thing that I want to throw in there.
Now, if you have any questions, you can start putting them in the chat. Let
Mhm.
me. I gotta find my
Yeah.
glasses. I need glasses when it's. I can't see anybody in the chat. And I need the glasses these days.
You didn't know, Joe. You're almost 40.
You know, it's funny. I wish I was 40.
Yeah, me too.
I'm 53. Look how old I am.
Yeah, we're the same age. We're the same age. That's awesome. Yeah.
Class of 1988. Whoop whoop. Let me see. But my mind's still 25. It's interesting.
Yeah, me too.
So if you have any questions in the chat, you can put them down.
Hmm. But it's crazy because worm castings and gardeners go together. It's just like if you know someone that raises worms, they can help you with your garden. You can barter with them and give them seeds or something. And it's just cool how, like I said, this community is. Oh, how cold can they stand? If it's the basic worms, I wouldn't go no lower than 40 degrees, but 45 is the minimum I would go because that way they'll survive. If it's too cold, they'll go dormant, and they won't eat their food scraps as much. And before you get worms, you have to decide where you're going to keep them. If you can't keep them in the house, you need to think of an alternate solution to that. So if you have good weather all year round, you can keep them outside. But if you don't, they have a good chance of dying. Our
Before you
eggshells. Go ahead.
before you answer this one,
Mhm.
if you start getting some other kind of bad bugs in
Mhm.
your soil, not just ants. I'm saying
Yeah,
ants might be doing with a lack of water, but if
yeah.
there's any other kind of creepy crawlers that you don't like, that's not a
Hmm.
worm, what should you do?
The best thing to do is like they say with mites is they like if you soak bread, they'll go to the bread and discharge your bread. But if all else fails, just dump your bin, take the worms out, and just start all over, and problem solve what you put in there, so you won't put the same thing in it the next time. And I said that, like I said, the main thing is, excuse me, if you put leaves in there, you're gonna get pests. And I don't have any, knock on wood, pests in my worm bin, so it's working for me, and I'm glad. I might have fruit flies, but other than that, the best thing to do is always, if you can, always freeze your food and thaw it out, and that way it'll kill whatever's on those banana peels. Because fruit flies are in grocery stores. When it gets warm, they lay their eggs on the banana peels, and that's one reason how we get fruit flies in our house and stuff. So,
Now, could you put your bin outside in the summer too, because it's warm enough, or there's too much of a temperature difference? You just want it one standard temperature inside.
oh no, if it's nice outside, you can keep them out as long as the temperature's if it gets like say they're outside, it gets about 50, you might want to bring them in. At nighttime. But other than that, you can keep them out all year if it's warm, and just keep them in a shady place and just check on them once a week or so, and you'll be fine.
Okay. So are
Um,
eggshells okay for worms?
the eggshells are good. They said it was a food source, but it's basically a grit. And what I do is because they have a gizzard like a chicken, and that's how they digest their food. And what I do is I get my eggshells, rinse them off, put them in the microwave for about a minute 30, and I have a magic bullet mini that I'll put them in and grind them up, and I'll just add a little bit to my worm bins every now and then. And then if you do have grit in your worm bin, you don't have to keep adding it in there because there's a person, her name's Plant Obsessed. She doesn't put grit in any of eggshells or anything in one worm bin. She does experiments, and her worms are doing fine. So, but yeah, just get some grounded up eggshells and put it in there. If you put them in your hand and crumble them, that's not really a good way to work because the worms can't eat that. It has to be really fine, like a powder, and wear a mask because eggshells kick up dust. Just protect yourself.
Right.
Okay, doesn't matter. Worm types, is there best of worms? Are there any best worms? Well, okay. If you're gonna get worms and you want to start out. For me, I have a worm bin I call the Diversity and Inclusion worm bin, and that has a mixture of red wigglers, blues, and African night crawlers. And they get along so well that I think that bin eats the food the most quickest because different levels. Europeans like cardboard more than the food scraps. You know, and the red wigglers would prefer this over cardboard. So that's why I like the my mixed worm bin. And like I said before, the worms won't interbreed with other species of worms. So either start with a mixed worm bin or a red wigglers, because red wigglers are really good worms too. And I have 2 bins of European night crawlers, but by far my best bin is my I like the mixed worm bin the best. Would it be worth it to get worm? Okay, when it comes to your raised garden bed, yes, you could get worms, but don't spend a lot of money on red wigglers. Just get a few. Start out with just get say 200, and then over the time they'll multiply their population. They'll come and go as they want, but don't spend like $80 on worms when you're just going to put them in your garden. So, yep, put a few in there, let them multiply, and you'll be within 6 months. You'll notice you have a lot more worms in your garden bed. So, my job is to help you save your money. So, good question. I did a video on buying worms from this one store that starts with a W. I can't say what it is, but I would not buy bait worms. If you're gonna buy worms, buy them from because they've been in captivity for so long in a freezer, wherever they keep their worms. Don't do that. Get them fresh. You know they're alive, and 99% of the worm farmers, but the ones I know, 100% of them will guarantee that you will get worms shipped to you live. So I wouldn't go to the big box stores to buy them. Get them from a local worm farmer or a person that I recommend you to get them from. Good question. Okay. How fast to ship them? If you buy worms from Mimi's Worms or Uncle Jim's, if you have your order in no later than Friday, you'll get your worms delivered. They deliver every Monday or Tuesday, and you should get your worms no later than Thursday. Depends on where you live. Because I've been kind of like been a sales associate for people that I recommend, and this month, 7 people purchased worms. So that's 7 new people that started raising worms. So thank you for everyone that's getting involved into the worm farming movement. Oh, she's a lover.
You gotta love Yossi. Yossi's Yossi's from Israel. He's in love with his worms.
What type of worms does he have?
I have no idea. But he has to do everything inside because he lives on apartment complex, so he has to grow everything inside.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Once you start raising worms, you look at worms differently. You call them your wormies, or you give them names. And before a worm was a worm, but now you definitely know that. I know the benefits of worms, and I just love worms. Like I said, I get my shirt made. I love worms.
Nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, like I said, if you're gonna get worms, get them now, because you know how prices keep going up, and if you can get like 1,000, which is about 1 pound for $40 now, maybe within like a month or two, there might be $50 for the same pound. And if you'd have got that pound when they were cheaper, you'd have had your double population a month sooner and more money in your pocket. So that's just something I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
Any other questions for me?
What about nightcrawler worms? See, a lot of people don't know. Everybody says a worm's a worm. Nobody knows like a blue worm, nightcrawler, red wiggler. You know, nobody knows. Everybody just sees a worm as a worm.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why there's a lot of questions like that.
Oh, no. Earthworms are different. They're bigger, and they like to burrow deep into the soil, and they help to irrigate the soil. So if you have worms in your garden, that means you got healthy soil. And European night crawlers are really good worms. That's the second worms I got into. I have no problems with them. But when it comes to, like I said, African night crawlers, I never raised them. I'm not in a tropical environment, so that's why I don't have Africans. And they say the temperature has to be at least 70 plus for those worms to survive.
Oh, okay.
And also, African night crawlers, they're pretty worms. They're purple, and they're real long worms. They're probably like, I'd say about 7 inches long. But yeah, and they like to eat more of the cardboard, which we call carbon for gardeners. So yeah, that's a good question. So the best kind of worms, I'd say either red wigglers to start out with, or mixed worms. But if you're into fishing, get European night crawlers. But also, if you like, say you have a mixed worm bin with the Euros and stuff, you can actually get the Euros out, separate them to start your own bin with just Euros. You know what I mean? So if you got time to pick and choose your worms, you have 3 different types of species of worms where you can start over and get your worm farm started. Mimi's worms. It's Mimi's worms. MEME worms. And her name's Samantha. She is a really great person, a really great friend, and she's got a great story about how she started a worm farm. So if you purchase worms, definitely read her bio because it's a really good story. Okay. Yeah, you can, like I said, if you get African night crawlers, when you first get them, or European night crawlers, they're going to be really thick because people feed them worm chow, which is, they call them grounded up oatmeal and other things, and that keeps them fat. But the longer you have your own worms, they lose their size. But if you're into fishing, get some worms from a local realtor, a retailer, or someone that I recommend, because when you first get your worms, they're going to be fat. They're going to be some nice thick worms. Yeah. So if you can, if you want to learn more, check out Mimi's Worms, and Gaetano from Northeast Worms. Check out his system, because those two have great systems, and they also show you how their business operates. They're not scared to let you in and see how they run things. So yeah, they have a really good system where they raise worms, and I really appreciate both of their businesses. Oh, yep. I've heard of people using mosquito dunks, but I've never had pests in my worm bins. So check out other YouTubers and find out about the mosquito dunks. But I can tell you, my prediction is most of the time it's because they brought leaves in the house. So I think that's why, like I said, they have those pests in the worm bins. So yeah, do more research on mosquito dunks. I never had only pest I like I said, only pest I ever had was the fruit flies. And if you bury your food scraps, you won't have any problems with fruit flies either. Oh, I'll show you the bucket. It's the worm bucket. It's got 2 buckets. This has one for drainage and everything. So, but it says start with 250 worms, and that's a really great system. Worms haven't gotten out of this, and it's a good system for anyone, no matter how small or large your house is. And it's the worm bucket. If you're interested, if you want to go through my any of my videos where I have worms, I have affiliate links, so you can go check it out and see how what they have to offer. So yeah, like I said, the worm bucket, it's a great system.
Can the mods put down AJ's link again for his YouTube channel? I appreciate that.
Yeah, and for me, if I if anything gets affiliated, if I get any affiliate sales commissions, I always try to always give back to the community. So there's things that I do when people invest. You know how it is, Joe. If someone invests in you, you always invest back into them.
Got a doubt.
Okay.
Got a doubt.
Yeah, sometimes some people, they use what they have in their garden, But if your earthworms, don't use them. And a lot of people, I know a guy, he found worms. This might sound weird, but he found worms in horse manure because red wigglers like to eat, like they'll eat horse manure and all that stuff. But if you want to get worms that way, you can always find them in horse manure. But no, I'd rather pay the money, and I'm already done and over with. Yeah, yep. You can order some worms. You can get 250 for about $35. Yep. Yeah, 250 is about, and that's about a quarter of a pound. But yeah, for about $35 you can get with tax included, you can get 250 worms, and within 3 months you'll have 500, and they'll keep doubling. I don't know what the alien worms is. That's what Brian always says, so I apologize.
Now, what's the difference between a red wriggler and a nightcrawler? Like, how could you tell the difference?
European nightcrawlers, they're a lot bigger. They're kind of like earthworms, and they have more of a raised clitellum. That's the thing on their neck, and that's how they mate. That shows that they're an adult worm. And red wigglers, they have more of a yellow tail. So look for a yellow tail for red wigglers, and earthworms are a lot bigger than European nightcrawlers. So you kind of have to go on the internet and kind of like look at the difference too. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to say it if I can't show you. You know what I mean, Joe?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I got you.
Okay. What about I don't put grass in my worm bins because it heats up and it'll kill your worms. Just keep grass in your compost bin, and some grasses have chemicals on it. You don't want to eat that because that poop could end up in your garden, and you'll eat that whatever chemical you use. So don't use grass. And like I said, that's an outside thing, and I don't want that inside.
Now, what do you say when people say, hey, I could get this for super cheap at a local fishery?
Yeah, you can do that. If you want to do it and get some Europeans from the fishery, do what works best for you. But like I said, I'm not going to spend a few dollars if worms have been in a refrigerator for like 8 months, when I'd rather have fresh worms that I know that are alive and active. And also, does that big box store guarantee 100% if your worms are dead? And like, say you spend your money and get your 30 worms, I'd rather go through someone that I know. Instead of 30, they'd add an extra 45 worms in there. You know what I mean? So I'd get more for my worm for less money, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So that's just me.
What kind of garden do you have? I have never seen your garden yet. I always see the worm videos, but I never looked at do you have anything on a garden in your channel, or is it just all worms?
I'm starting to do more gardening. I'm trying to like do a little bit of this and that because I don't want people to just get bored just watching worms, So but I have a raised garden bed that's made out of wood, and I have a couple of horse troughs that I put soil in and use that for my garden, and also I have grow bags. So I'll show you more next season with my garden, because I'm so pumped to start gardening now, but it's so cold here. It's like 30 degrees Fahrenheit and can't do anything. I hate it. Yeah.
If there's any other questions in the chat, let us know now.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. But thank you everyone for your questions. Good questions. Like I says, this is what works best for me. So I'll keep doing what works best for me. If you see someone else that does something different, like I said, you got to try and figure out what works best for you. As long as your worms are eating the food and multiplying, then you're doing it right. Don't overthink it. Keep it simple.
Okay, I guess we're done with the questions.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
And Yossi says he has a breeding core of earthworms.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yossi's excited about those worms.
Yeah, you do get excited. I don't know what it is about them. You do. Yeah.
I love the excitement. I love the energy towards, when you find something, when somebody finds a love something, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm like all pumped up too. Because
Exactly.
you can tell it in your voice, when you
Mhm,
talk, your love
mhm.
for it.
Yep,
And you know what,
yep,
like I like when things multiply or get bigger, like when I see my
yep,
vegetables and plants growing, I'll get so
yep,
excited. Other
mhm,
people look at a plant like it's a plant.
yep, exactly. So I have a question for you about gardening, Joe.
Okay.
Um, how do you keep squirrels out of your garden? I can't grow corn. I can't do anything because squirrels eat it. So what's your tip?
Put a whole tent around it. It is so hard. Parts of my garden, you know what you need? You can't just put like peppers here. You need a whole
Mhm,
variations of your flowers too.
mhm,
Just like marigolds, different smells. So
mhm.
they're gonna find a way in the garden somehow anyway.
Yeah.
So you want deterrents in the garden all over the place. So that's
Okay.
very important is those deterrents.
Okay.
Um, I know I have problems, but that's because I'm not around. I wish I had more
Mhm.
time. My garden would be so freaking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Yep.
Oh, because I'm not counting water, and I got like 4 or 5 hours of constant work. I could work in it a week.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
got to find out, or if I get lucky and have less work during the week, I could do, if you write down what do you want to do in your garden? What's your plans? So, for example, if you want no weeds, that's one of your goals, right?
Yep.
And you go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What parts of the garden could I rake out the weeds? Because
Mhm.
weeds are always going to find life if you have good soil.
Yep, exactly.
So if you just get a rake or hoe or whatever,
Mhm.
and just hoe every Monday, I'm going to hoe this section.
Mhm.
Tuesday, I'm going to hoe this section. Wednesday,
Mhm.
and then weeds don't really. You're taking care of it, and all those worms actually goes to those weeds and
Mhm.
everything, So that's
Yep.
beneficial.
Yep.
With deer, you just need to protect it. If you have nothing, they're going to find your way to your garden sooner or later, especially with the
Mhm.
smell. Uh,
Mhm.
when you talk about raccoons or ground moles,
Mhm.
groundhogs, whatever,
Mhm.
they find a way in your garden.
Mhm. Okay.
That's very, very hard because they just come underneath, and no matter what you do to fence it, they find their way in somehow. That's my biggest
Okay.
problem over the years is ground moles.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
um, squirrels. I haven't, even though I have them all around my whole place because I live in the woods pretty much.
Mhm.
Everything surrounded my backyard was woods. Um, no, but they haven't really attacked my garden. They haven't really, very little. So just you really want to change the smell in your garden. That's my main.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
anytime something's ripe, they're going to try to find it. But if they go
Mhm.
to marigolds and smell that, they might just leave that section,
Mhm. So what?
or any other kind of smell
Mhm.
deterrent, herbs and
So
stuff like that.
so what does the marigold usually deter then? What are a few things that don't like that smell?
Uh, they don't like marigolds. They just
Just
don't.
certain. Oh,
a
just
lot of
certain
a lot of
animals and
a
certain
lot of
animals, you
animals
mean?
just don't like the smell.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
So that's the reason why everybody says grow marigolds, grow marigolds. They really
Oh,
do
shit.
help.
Uh-huh.
Even with the bad bugs going to a plant,
Okay.
it really detours it a little bit.
Wow. Well, thank you. Is it an annual or perennial? What is that? Marigolds.
It's annual. It just comes up one year and then,
Okay.
on it.
Okay.
So you
Thank
got
you. I'm gonna have to get some. Okay.
your
Try
marigolds
that
help.
out.
But any kind of like if you have uh say your zucchinis, right?
Okay.
And you get vine borers. More or less the vine borer is going to find your zucchini plant sooner or later.
Hmm.
If
Yeah.
you pot a peppermint plant, the
Oh.
vine borers do not like the smell of peppermint.
Okay.
And so
Wow.
if you don't put peppermint around it, just
Yeah.
it's very invasive. So
Okay.
just put a pot. Get a pot
Hmm.
and then put your peppermint and just go put it around your put a potted plant around your zucchini plants.
Okay. Wow. All
It
right.
should detort it a little bit.
Okay. All
So
right. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. See, I'm
let me
learning something new. Can always learn.
let me see in the chat. And you know what's great about marigolds too is seed saving is so easy.
Okay.
You can tell when they die. You just pick it off during the winter.
Hmm.
Sometime you just take it off and bam, they're right there for you.
Okay.
So
Okay.
It's the easiest seed you could do. I learned that when I was like 6 years old.
Okay.
My grandma used to grow it, and I said, "Oh, look at this," and I was like, "Oh, is this a seed?" Yes, and I was like, "Oh, cool."
That's
It was that
right.
simple. I was 6.
That's right. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it's cool.
Um, okay, AJ, thank you so much for coming on, especially late notice.
Yeah, no worries,
I
man.
really, really appreciate that. And
Yeah,
if a mod or two could post AJ's link again, I appreciate that.
yeah,
And thank you for teaching us all a little bit about worm farm. And I hope to have you on sometime soon again.
yeah.
That
Thank
was
you,
very,
and
that
thank you
was
everyone
very
for,
informative.
and I thank everyone for the questions. Thank you for everything. Thank you for picking my brain. And Joe, keep on growing.
Keep on growing. Thank you so much. Keep on worm farming.
Right. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, women. Thank you. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully everybody learned a little bit. For those that are just came in a chat, my Ukrainian host couldn't make it today. She is in a place. She doesn't know where she's going to go to when she delivers supplies. So, and she more or less, it's 2 o'clock in the morning at 7 o'clock, and she just doesn't know what place she's going to be because she just gets her demands, or not demands, but where she's going to go and figures it out. But she's definitely going to be in our live chat sometime. So, and I can't wait for that because there's so much you guys will learn that it's not in the news. So you guys are going to be, it's going to be one heck of an interview. So if you guys haven't had a chance, make sure you go check out AJ's Green Topics YouTube channel. Like your videos, subscribe. As you can tell, I have a little cold. So for people that just came in, yes, I'm sick, but we'll figure it out. Okay, let me just so the 4 channels we're going over today versus Stitches, Mountain Grandma, Gina versus Gina, and Voon Chill. You get extra chances for the wheel if you are a Jelly Bean, Superhero, and Joseph's Journey. So you get extra chances on a wheel each week. And you don't have to leave a comment in the subscription video. You just automatically put on. And if you leave a comment in the description video, you just get added chances on the wheel. You get added for 1 for Jelly Bean, 2 for Superhero, 3 and for Joseph's Journey. So if you are a Joseph's Journey member and you are a member, you get 3 extra chances on a wheel. Plus, if you leave a comment, that's 4. That's pretty freaking awesome. Okay. So let me get this organized. We got some good gifts tonight. You know what? Let's do our first channel review because I get something to drink here. And hold on one second. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I appreciate it. Angela, I'm not sure if you're on the wheel. If you left a comment in the video, you are definitely on a wheel. And I'm not sure if you are a member or not, but if you are a member, you're definitely on. So our first channel review. This is Voon Chill. And a peek at the collards and the elderberry.
Everyone had a happy Red Friday. Remember, everyone deployed. This is going to post on Sunday. But I wanted to show you what my collards are looking like. They're looking very good. This one right here is my mother plant.
Well, thank you,
Black
guy, his wife,
She's been
their life.
growing
Thank
all
you so
winter
much.
long.
I really appreciate it.
If you like collard greens, that might not be appetizing to you. However, I grow the collards for myself and for my rabbit. So my rabbit would be happy to have the mother collard. Let me show you the other ones. This one here is a bit smaller. You can see I've got a little bit of damage on there. I've got a small one here, and this is one. These have been out here all winter long, mind you. I got them at the end of, I planted them the end of the summer last year, and they've gone all winter. This one here, I love this one here. This one's great. And then there's just another small one. I planted that from seed, and she's coming up. And there's another one there, and that one right here. And I have 4 more pots there. Let's see, let's walk over here. Now this area right here is where I love to plant the collards. Here's another one here. I do have one leaf that needs to go. Actually, I would tear that off from my rabbit and just, break this little piece off. And then there's one right there. But this area right here, I grow collards all through the winter and all through the summer, believe it or not. This area right now, we're just getting into, well, it's February, but this whole area where I grow my collards, it's nice and shady in the summer. It's nice and cool, and the collards just love this spot. So this is where I love to grow them. It's a little sparse right now because we're just getting into the better weather. That's one of my mums. And of course, we're just coming out of winter, so it kind of looks ugly right now, but these are my strawberries. I have a couple of weeds that I need to pick out. And you can see my elderberry coming in quite nicely. The elderberry I got from Jules Garden Tips, and they have done really great for me. In this area, they're in the ground. We get wonderful sun in this spot. They absolutely love it. Just wanted to show you a little bit about, what's going on right now.
Guys, go check out Foon. Foon has been a great supporter of mine since the very beginning. Go check out Foon. So it's funny because for Valentine's Day, my wife gave me some bottles of hot sauce, little things with dibblers on it. And these are the less too hot ones. I think she probably would have got these from Walmart. Who knows? The other thing I know is this little thing doesn't do anything. I mean, I don't know. That's more like it. I'm ready to get the hiccup now because I went right back to the throat. Whew. So from Pucker's butt. Ooh, that is a little warm. I'm surprised. By the time this live is over, this will be all gone. Well, we'll see. I'm going to have to take a swig each time I go over somebody's channel. 79 people in the chat. Thank you guys all for coming. There you got Fox and Outdoors, F&P Farms, Callie King, Kimmy, ML Small Garden Dream, and Dale Homestead. Al's here. Oh, my blind guy, his wife, their life. Awesome channel. Thank you guys so much for that super chat. I really appreciate that. They have a great channel, especially when you talk about finances and things too. I kind of lurk a lot, especially the last month. I've been lurking in channels, and I'm a professional Gale lurker. And I'm just, guess I really can't, I'm not really supposed to be on YouTube during my work. So I have it on, but yeah, not a good thing. So Bond guy, his wife, their life. I'm always watching you guys, and I love what you do. And thank you, Great Man Preppin. I appreciate everything you do, and thank you for always showcasing my channel and shouting me out on every chance you have. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Gil. So for Pucker Butt, I got the Voodoo Prince Death Mamba. So I'm not sure what this even is because I haven't really had a chance to read it. But this is the hot sauce of the month. Let's see if you guys can see it. Pucker Butt. Well, anyway, that's what the sauce of the month was for Pucker Butt, because I'm gonna Pucker Butt of the month, hot sauce of the month program over there, which is pretty awesome. Oh, one more second. I got an email I got to read for you guys too before we get going again. This is from Scott Brums. Of course, we don't know anything what how to pronounce his name. Brums. I love Scott. I tell you what, we have so much in common. It's unbelievable. And this is not really working for me. Anytime you want to go to it, never works. Okay, hold on, guys. 1 second. Man, I got like 20 emails since he emailed me. Come on, where are you, Scott? Man, I can't believe I got that many emails. Oh, there it is. So, listen to what Scott had to say. Oh, let me get my glasses on. I can't believe I gotta wear glasses. Oh my God. Fox and Outdoors, thank you so much for the fence fund. Fox and Outdoors was actually willing to actually come over to my house last year to work to put the fence up and everything like that. And we got some stuff for it, not all the stuff for it. But I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much, Fox and Outdoors. That is so awesome. Thank you so much. Scott Brom said, "Hey, buddy, I'm not sure how much you saw last night. Well, it was Jesse and Lisa's live talking about the cruise. But remind your folks the prices are up $150 per person since I booked, and a cruise could change Wednesday. And he says the second person air might be off the table. Also, so he's working late tomorrow and Tuesday, as he thinks many folks will look to hold the good rate. $125 per person holds the rate, and it will never increase but if it goes down, we get the cheaper rate." Well, that's great. So if the price goes cheaper, you get the cheaper. If not, you're still good with the 150 down. They are 125. Let me see. We are officially a group of the NCL's eyes. So becoming a group, you get the benefits. You need those benefits. The first week we sold 15 cabins as folks did research and realized we are saving $2,500, and veterans are saving another 10% off. Whoop, whoop. I'm humbled so many folks are joining us. It's about 75-25 channels to subscribers, but I want to change that. I love to see a 50-50. So, yeah, subscribers are not 50-50. That'd be great. I have people from my community who want to go. One couple knows they were going in 2024, but now they're just delayed that because you're allowed to delay cruise. So if you can't go, you can just go another time. And but they saved $2,500 by waiting a year. So hey, $2,500 saving a year, that's pretty freaking awesome, isn't it? So check out Scott Brom or Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead. And yeah, go check that out. AJ, congratulations becoming a new member. That is awesome. Okay, so let's get down to the wheel. We got to give away a Yarn It to start. Yarn it. And then we're going to give away a hot sauce. This is Chocolate Plague. No, it doesn't taste like chocolate. Well, I don't think it does. But this is from Pucker Butt 2. Pucker Butt. Chocolate Bootla peppers. So it's chocolate Bootla plant. It's just a chocolate pepper. So Yarn It is going to be first. Chocolate Bootla is next. Let's give away a book. A herbal handbook is third. And we're going to give away some seeds. So let's get down to the wheel. 83 people in the chat. Thank you guys for all the support. That is awesome. Lots coming. Let me see what does it say. Right, Kelly. Lots coming in to hang with Joe. How awesome. Yeah, awesome. Awesome, guys. Thank you guys for your support. Let's get down to the wheel. I thought that was an awesome interview with AJ's Great Topics, guys. Hopefully you guys subscribe to that channel. Let me shuffle because members are all clustered in there and together. So I shuffled 10,000 times. Hide that. Okay, good luck, everyone. Good luck. This is for the Yarn It. There you go. There's the music. Great man, prepping. Congratulations. You won a Yarn It. Congratulations to Gil. So let us know, Gil, do you want the Yarn It? Do you want to give it to someone else, or do you want seeds? Let us know in the chat, Gil. Yep, I want it. Awesome. Congratulations to Gil. Okay, let me put this over here on the side. Okay, hot sauce, chocolate plague by Puckerbutt. This is not. Thank you, Grace Sapphire. I appreciate that. This is Puckerbutt. These hot sauces are really good. It's not no Walmart hot sauce. Lisa Ellison. Congratulations to Lisa Ellison. So, Lisa, do you want the chocolate plague? Do you want to give it to someone else? Do you want seeds? Let us know, Lisa Ellison. That's right, Bailey. Pucker up, Puckerbutt. Hopefully, everybody had a good week. So, we are looking for. Yes, Lisa's here. Awesome. So that's awesome. Lisa wants it. Awesome. So Herbal Handbook. See, I'm telling you, it's the polka, guys. People are here when it's the polka. Whoop. I just totally got out of that. I'm back. Oh, and I got still Amy's thing there. Whoop. Now we're better. So Herbal Handbook. So let me get back here. Okay, here goes the Herbal Handbook. This is the polka hooga hooga.
Jesse and Lisa.
Lazy days ahead. Lazy days ahead. You won a Herbal Handbook. Let us know in the chat. And that's awesome, Scott. Thank you so much. So we're looking for Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Do they want the book? Do they want to give it to someone else? Do they want seeds? I've been lurking so much in their channel and not saying anything when they're going on their journeys. And it's like, man, I'm just so crazy busy. Usually I say I'm here and I just listen. But I've been really nonchalant about things when I'm in people's chats. Polka, 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 Yossi. So I don't think, oh, Uncle Al, feel better. Stop the vomiting. Stop the vomiting. Because I don't think they're here. Let's give away some seeds. Seeds, seeds, seeds. Oh, no. That's Congratulations to Make It Wade. Let's go to the next guy. I don't think I see Make It Wade. We should be getting married soon. That's Batman. Feel bad. Better a while. Congratulations to Granny D. Granny D, if you're in the chat, let us know. Do you want seeds? You want to give it to someone else? Let us know. Oh, Scott, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it, buddy. So let us know, Granny D in the chat. You want your seeds? Granny D should be winning some yarn, not seeds. But let us know, Granny D in the chat, because I'll be glad to take some seeds, honey. Okay. Well, what kind of seeds do you want, Granny D? Because when we do, in the past, I just got certain things like with tomatoes. What kind of seed do you want? So our choices are My Gardener seeds, where I just put my hand in a bucket. You got Baker's Creek. You got dwarf tomatoes. You have hot peppers, some of the hottest peppers on earth. And that's what we have today. So let us know if Ahmad gets to take down and say, write down the seed choices we have. Let us know. Let me see. Tomatoes, please. Okay, Granny D, you got the raspberry Lina. Raspberry. So this is from Baker's Creek. This is a 2023 seed still. So that is awesome. So congratulations to Granny D. Okay, let's do another winner, guys. Oh, thank you so much, Andale. Thank you so much. It helps. Believe me, it helps. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Matt. Thank you so much, Andale. D. Yummy Elmo. Congratulations to D. Yummy Elmo. That is awesome. 92 people in the chat. Thank you guys for all coming. So we are looking for D. Yummy Elmo. I do not see D. Yummy Elmo. If you say something in the chat, mods, make sure you let me know they're here. Let's do our next channel review before we come back for more gifts. Okay. Hopefully you guys like these channels that I show. Checking them out. I appreciate you guys all your love. So I don't see D. Yummy Elmo. So this is her channel's Gina versus Gina. Gina versus Gina. Let's see what she has to say. What is she growing in 2023?
Some okra. These are heavy hitter okra seeds. I don't even know if you could see. There it is, a little bit. I'm also going to be growing this Hill Country red. Camera's over here, y'all. Hill Country red okra. I'm going to grow some cantaloupe. So these are seeds that I saved from last year. I have some death spiral pepper seeds. These were given to me by Beshette Journey. She also sent me some Fresno hot pepper seeds. I got these peach rush pepper seeds from Broke. I'm going to plant those. That's from Broke Farmer. He sent those to me a long time ago too, y'all. These are the Bueno Mulata pepper seeds. Those are going to be going into my garden. This is the Chile de arbol pepper seeds. I'm also going to be doing some cayenne pepper seeds. Well, peppers, not pepper seeds. Some red habanero, some orange habanero, some shishito peppers. Now, the ones that I've never grown before, most of the ones that are in these bags, I haven't, aside from the cantaloupe. I think that's the only one. Yep, that's the only one out of the little baggies that I showed that I've grown before is cantaloupe. This time I'm growing cantaloupe in a raised bed. I did it in containers last year. I got a few, but not a lot. So, out of these that I showed you so far, I haven't grown cayenne. I want to make my own hot sauce, so I'm going to grow the cayenne this year, and I haven't grown shishitos before. And that's a sweet pepper, so I just wanted to try them. I've seen a lot of people talking about them in the community, so I'm going to grow them. I'm going to grow these bell peppers. Last year I did green bells and purple bells. This is a mixture, so you're probably just going to draw, like luck of the draw, but I'm going to be dropping quite a few. So I think I might get all of them, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'm going to grow some purple and green tomatillo. Never grew these before. Psalm 146 sent me these seeds. She also sent me the Bueno Mulatto and the Chile de Arbol pepper seeds and the heavy hitter okra seeds. So my little garden friends be looking out for me. I'm going to grow some Roma tomatoes. I grew Romas last year. I'm going to grow some pineapple ground cherries. Never grew these before. Wanted to try these out. I think Broke was growing these last year and having them as garden snacks. And I was like, I'm going to try and grow those. This is a dwarf tomato seed. It's called Little Faithful. I can't remember who sent it to me, though. Somebody sent me this. I've had it for a little bit. Somebody sent me this in the community. So that was gifted to me. I'm going to grow some pineapple tomatoes. Last year, I grew the brandy wines. I really like those. But I want to try something different. So I'm going to grow the pineapple tomato. I grow the Romas from my tomato sauce because it's a pasting tomato. And actually, I might not grow the Romas. I'm waiting to see because somebody's supposed to send me some San Marzanos, and I like those better. So if I get the San Marzano, I'll plant those instead of the Roma this year. But I'm going to grow.
Okay, guys, if you want to see more of this video, go to Gina versus Gina. So I love watching her. She's a very kind lady and very knowledgeable. And Gina versus Gina. So I got Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead claim that prize. So that is awesome. The only ones we don't have right now is D Yummy Elmo and Make It Win. So we're going to move on. So let me put this over here. So let's give away a jar full of candy. Skittles. I'm going to give away this guy. We're going to give away 4 of these. And then we come back with seeds. So, good luck, everyone. I got to shuffle. That's what Tank told me. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. So, I will definitely do that. Oh, let me show you guys. Because, look, it's almost gone. Almost gone. That'll be gone very, very soon. Oh, guys, also make sure you email me right away. Last week, we only had half of the people email me. They emailed me like a couple days later. Some people emailed me later on in that. Once you guys win, go out of the chat. Come on back. Just email me or just open a window and email me. That's all you got to do. Hey, there's Bunky. Welcome in, Bunky. And thank you, Great Man Prepping. I'm telling you, Gil, you're awesome. So much information on that channel. And he doesn't just do his channel. He jumps on Courtney from White Family Farm all the time. He's always there. It's good to see. It's awesome to see that kind of support from people. Okay, let's get to the wheel. Enough of me talking. Okay, here's the wheel. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. We got the jar of candy. Doing well, Butler Family Farm. Doing well. A little cold, but I'm okay. Great Man Prepping. Today's Gil's day. So congratulations to Gil. So let me just look in the chat. Great Man Prepping, do you want the jar? Do you want to give it to someone else or do you want seeds? Let us know, Great Man Prepping. So today, they're actually celebrating my brother's birthday. That's where Julie and Joey is. They're over there at my brother's house celebrating his birthday. And I stayed home to this channel today because you guys are important. And this is the only time I can do my show. They could have scheduled it another day. For those that are, so we're looking for Gray Man Prepping. I haven't seen anything yet. So congratulations to Gil. Winning on a jar. Oh, there he is. I want it and want it and want it. So congratulations, Gray Man Prepping. I got a cough. What was I going to say? Yeah, happy birthday to John. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Puff. And for those that came in to chat, my Ukrainian lady that was, no, she's from Canada, but she's in the front lines in Ukraine. She just didn't have any power or internet connection. The location she's at, she is very close to a lot of bad things going on right now, and it's amazing. Balls that she has to first leave her family to do this, but go to the front lines to deliver supplies. Oh my God, the crazy stuff she must say. Okay, let's go back to the wheel. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes to my brother. Who's gonna win this guy? Vineyard Chicks. Congratulations to the Vineyard Chicks. So, Vineyard Chicks, do you want this? Bunky, do you want this? Or do you want to give this to someone else? Or do you want seeds? Let us know. Vineyard Chicks. So we're looking for Bunky or any of the Vineyard Chicks in the chat. Let us know if do you want this, or do you want seeds, or do you want to give this to someone else? We will take it. Awesome. Congratulations to Bunky and the Vineyard Chicks. Okay, now this is really awesome, guys. Let me show you. Hold on. So you're getting 4 of these, right? So this is what it is. Impeccable. It's pink and white. I don't know if you guys could tell that. So you're getting 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's spin it. Let's see who's going to be the winner. Thank you so much, Gil. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's the little things that keep this everything growing in this channel, and couldn't be more sympathetic. Okay, here we go. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Hopefully you guys can see that. And Rutgers beat Penn State in basketball. Laura. Congratulations to Laura. So, Laura, do you want the yarn? Do you want seeds? Or do you want to give to someone else in the chat? Congratulations to Laura. I believe Laura's been in the chat, guys. So I need to know, do you want the yarn? Do you want seeds, or do you want to give this to someone else? Congratulations to Laura. So I'm looking at the chat, hoping for a response. Laura's a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, when you guys are, if somebody sees her, let me know. This is for seeds. Seeds. This helps with colds. There she is. Nana's Crazy Life, 1 seeds. One second. Oh, Laura, I'm so sad. I'm so sorry. I don't know if you guys can see that. So, congratulations to Nana's Crazy Life. I'm going to take care of that before we go back. So, Laura's going to pick out somebody in the chat. Laura's going to pick out somebody in the chat. She had a message which is really sad, but she lost her little one. I lost my little one 30 years ago, and I'm sorry for your pain. I'm so sorry. So, Laura's going to pick out somebody in the chat. If you want this yarn, Laura's going to pick out somebody in the chat for it. So, if you guys want the yarn, put something in the chat that Laura could pick you out from. So we give you guys 1 minute to write whatever you guys want, and Laura's going to pick you out. So I know dealing with my son, and when he would sleep between my wife and I, and when he would sleep in the middle, this is when he hit his lung. Thank you so much, Butler Family Farm. When he was breathing, you were like, you don't know if he was going to take his next breath. And he would be, and it would be like 30 seconds delay sometimes. And you just never know if he was going to take another breath. And Laura, I'm so sorry. So Laura's going to, another 30 more seconds, and we're looking for Laura's. After 30 seconds, Laura's going to pick one of you guys out in chat to win a yarn. And I'm so sorry, Laura. She said lethal. Lethal. Okay, I'm not sure which one is lethal. You mean Lethalia? Not oh, yes, so it must be Melanie Titus. Okay, it's Melanie Titus. I was like, look at lethal. Who's lethal? It's Lethalia. It's Lethalia. So congratulations to Melanie Titus, which is I tell you what, after pronouncing it wrong all these years. Well, not it felt like years. But the winner is Lethalia's Little Hook with Melanie. See, Lethal, Lethalia. So thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate that. So let me just write this down. I do really miss my read in this channel. I tell you, 92 people in the chat. Hey, maybe we could break 100 today. For those that just came on in, our interview got canceled today, but it's going to be. But I was so lucky to have AJ's Green Topics, and I thought it was a great chat. I learned a lot. I hope you guys learned a lot too. But the lady from that's in Ukraine, she's going to be another Sunday when she's around. Some internet connection or power or anything like that. Okay, so let's get down to the we got to do our channel review. That's right. I'm all over the place, guys. I'm sick. Okay, what is this? Okay, this is Mountain Grandma, tropical pain reliever for dogs. You know, a lot of us have dogs, right? Well, they get in pain too. So, what's tropical pain reliever for dogs? See, little things that can help out. So let's see what Mountain Grandma has to say.
Herbs that we're going to achieve all of these goals that we had for the pain oil. And I also made sure that the herbs were going to be safe for the dog in case she licked the area, because her arthritic pain is in her front ankle, if you will, of her paw. Step 1, select a container. Here I'm using a 2-ounce bottle. So then I start with the main herb oil that I'm using in this mix, which is Solomon seal root. And you can see I'm filling this halfway up. After this, I'm going to add some other herbs in, and I'll show those here. I'm doing equal parts of those to complete the blend. Once I have all of these mixed together, just the herbal infused oils, then I'm going to add a essential oil. And the essential oil that I chose to add was ginger. And the reason that I selected ginger is because the dogs really tolerate ginger well, and if they ingest it. And so I know she's going to lick her little ankle there. I don't want her to get sick. And ginger is also very warming and healing. Perfect. So this is the selections that I use for this whole blend. I hope you all found this information helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you all. And I will have the links to the
My pain reliever
I mentioned in the description box. Thanks so much. And again, remember everybody.
Oh, look at those pictures. Oh,
make sure y'all keep your joy. See you on the next
one. So that was Mountain Grandma. Oh, Patriot Prepper. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. In remembrance, so this is pretty funny. Pierogies Mondays will be back. It is almost gone. Man, maybe I should just bring the whole 5-pack to work tomorrow. I'll be gone in one day. I like jalapenos, as you could tell. Cheap stuff. But why would they want to put that thing that much? Whoop! I dripped. Those things don't do anything. Nothing at all. Thank you so much, Patriot Prepper. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you. Okay. So next thing is we got a jar full of candy, not a bar. What am I going to drink? We got a pound of love. And then we got some seeds. Oh, you know what? Let me go third prize. Let's give a book away. This is actually from Reed. Nancy McDonald, thank you so much, Nancy. That is awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Nancy. Much appreciated. Thank you. The third one, this is from Reed. What's wrong with my plant? So we got the candy in a jar. We got the blue yarn, pound of love. Then we got what's wrong with my plant, and then some seeds. Hope you guys are having a good time. Hopefully you guys are making connections, because everybody here, if everybody follows each other, you can reach your goals. 89 people in the chat. I don't think we're going to break 100 tonight, but we did get to 96. Okay, here we go. Let's get to the wheel. Okay, good luck. Oh, let me turn the sound on. There we go. Okay, jar full of candy. I'm telling you, you're almost at 100% today because of the polka. Yes, we're interviewing you soon, and we're going to go over food. Melanie. Congratulations to Melanie. This is not Melanie Titus. This is just plain Melanie. So congratulations to Melanie. So Melanie, do you want the jar full of candy? Do you want to give this to someone else? Or do you want seeds? Congratulations to Melanie. And I will be doing a cooking roundtable. And we're going to figure that out. But Yoshi's going to be one of the people being part of the roundtable for the cooking segment. So we'll figure that when time goes. I'm not sure we're going to do that. It could be, I'm looking around 2 weeks from now. So congratulations to Melanie. Melanie, are you in the chat? Are you in the chat? So we're looking for Melanie. Okay, here we go. We got the blue yarn. Blue yarn. Oh, yeah, we got to show. No, not the book yet. Blue yarn, blue yarn, blue yarn, blue pound of love. Disabled and prepping. Congratulations to Disabled and Prepping. So let me get out of here quick. Okay, let me get out of here. Let me do it again. So we're looking for Disabled and Prepping and Melanie. There we go. I had to find it. Okay, so I'm shuffling, guys. I'm shuffling a lot. I'm shuffling. So I don't see Melanie. And I don't see Disabled and Prepping. Okay, here's the book. What's wrong with my plant? Disabled and Prepping wants to. What kind of seeds do you want Disabled and Prepping? Operation Capsaicin. I don't think Matt is here. Okay. So I don't think Matt is here. Disabled and Prepping, what kind of seeds do you want? So we're talking about probably herbs and stuff, right? Let's see. How you doing, Recyclable Homestead or Luke PPL Films and Productions? They have 2 memberships, guys. That's how you win more. So welcome in. So Disabled and Prepping, what kind of seeds do you want? Do you want like a mini bell? Mini bell. So you want a dwarf tomato for your Aragorn? And that sounds pretty good. Dwarf tomato. So you get the mini bell. Mini bell. So congratulations to Disabled and Prepper. You won a mini bell. And I don't think Matt is here, so we're going to just move on. So let's start over again because those 3 channels that we went over before, they are not in the chat. So might as well just give it off right off the bat and do it again. Candy jar. So good luck, everyone. Let me get back to the wheel. Back to the wheel. The Sunday Fun Day wheel. Jar full of candy. Little Lone Prepper. Little Lone Prepper, you want some candy in a jar. Candy in a jar. So, Little Lone Prepper, if you were here, say, yes, I want it. Or do you want to pass it to someone else? Or do you want seeds? Congratulations, Little Lone Prepper. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Okay, blue yarn, blue yarn. There he is. Great, big restrict seed. Susan Goulet. You want some blue yarn? Let us know. Susan Goulet, do you want the blue yarn? Little Lone Prepper, you want a Chadwick cherry tomato. Chadwick cherry tomato. That is for Little Lone Prepper. Chadwick cherry tomato. Susan Goulet, you want a blue yarn. So, Susan, are you here? If Susan Goulet is in chat, you want a blue pound of lush. Yes, woohoo! I will take it. This is awesome, guys. This is one of those lives where a lot of people are here. So this is awesome. Okay, what's wrong with my plant? It's the book. Who's going to win? We got that. Congratulations to Susan, and she's taking it. Thank you to all the mods for making this show nice and easy. It's impossible to see one comment the whole time. Without your help, I would never be totally lost. Who's going to win? What's wrong with my plant? Bent Genetics. Congratulations to Bent Genetics. So congratulations to Bent Genetics. You won a book. What's wrong with my plant? And for Bent Genetics, it's their birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to Bent Genetics. Whoop, 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 whoop. So his birthday is tomorrow. So congratulations. Well, happy birthday to Bent Genetics. And you are a winner for tonight. You won a book, What's Wrong with This Plant? So next channel review. You have a couple minutes left to, if you are here, Bent Genetics. I gotta blow my nose. Okay, let me see. So this is Thriss in Stitches, and she went to Hobby Lobby. And spur this moment, Hobby Lobby, come shop with me. Let's see what.
Definitely, these two are definitely neon. I'm not gonna get that stuff right now, but this would be a good place, like this, because I want some variegation. I want some. I'm gonna put a boucle fluffy yarn in there. Believe it or not, I know I hate that stuff.
I don't like this stuff.
Is this the jeans one? It's print.
It's print. Let me see what kind of is.
So I'm gonna put all kinds of texture, all kinds of different, like ombre and solid and striped and marled and
Kirk, I
like
finally
all
put it
different
away.
kinds of things in it, and just make it. I have this really cool idea in my head, so I'll probably definitely get those two. And yeah, but I'm gonna wait to do that because most of what I have at home is 2-weight, 3-weight, but Dee mixed her 2, 3, and 4 weights, and it was perfectly fine. But what I am looking for me is I need some sort of print. I have all solids for my pink Sophies, so I need some sort of print to break up the solid. I am gonna bring glowworm in, like I talked about.
Hey, Barb.
But I need something to break up all that solid. Bay,
You want colorful or do you want non-colorful?
use your eyeballs.
What kind are you looking for?
Something that will go with the pinks and creams. I don't care if
Yo.
it has splashes of color, but something that will go with the pinks and creams. But that is a print marl. No, absolutely not.
You got it, Tank.
You told me anything I want, right?
Okay, not anything.
Okay.
Something that will still go.
Actually, I don't think that's horrible, but it is a little too. I've had a little less color on it. That's probably, yeah.
Oh, Forever Plush. I don't remember seeing this. This feels like microfiber. What is this? Polyester. It
You want
feels
some
like,
more of a neutral?
this is glorious. No, I have a lot of neutral. I just need like a pink.
Pink with some texture.
I don't know. I'll know it when I see it. Okay, but you guys, for real. Oh, this isn't that. Lazy Days. Lion Brand Lazy Days. I've never heard of this. Am I living under a rock? I'm convinced I'm living under a rock. Like most of the stuff I've never seen before. Velvet Smooth Aaron. Oh, this is nice. This Forever Plush
These are the pinky ones with the other colors in it.
is a 4-weight, 100% polyester, 169 yards. Stuff is nice. Okay.
That has more pink. This has more like a salmon-y.
I don't know that bringing. I almost want to say yes on this, but I don't think that bringing black and gray into it is necessarily the shift I'm going for.
This is more gray.
This won't work for it, but I weirdly want like this and kind of want to see how that works out. That's kind of cool.
Okay, guys, so that was Thriss and
God.
Stitches. So go check out her channel. My wife just came from my brother's. I just got it now. I sounded good the whole time. Now I'm like, now I got a frog. Oh, here. So this, my Valentine's Day present. It's all gone. All gone. So that was my green jalapeno. Next up, it will be, I don't know, it's extra hot stuff. So I'll try that. So that was actually not that bad. It actually tasted pretty good. So we got a jar full of candy. We got, this is a really cool color. I hope you guys like the ice cream color. And then we got lasagna gardening. This is from Reed. And the other book that we gave away before, which is from Reed too, What's Wrong with My Plant. So that's the 4 that we're giving away. So if you guys have something special coming up, just put it on in the chat. There's a lot of birthday parties, celebrations, and stuff. Feel free to put it in the chat so everybody can follow each other. 91 people in the chat. We've been constantly around that area, around that time, around that amount of people in this chat. Thank you guys for all your support. That is awesome. Okay, so let's get to the wheel. So that was our 4 channels we went over today. That was went over to Voon Chill, Gina versus Gina, Mountain Grandma, and Thriss and Stickers. So that was awesome. So it's 8:50. We only have 10 minutes left in the chat. So after we give these 4 prizes away, some seeds, that will end the night. So let's get to the wheel. Let's shuffle a little bit. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Make sure you guys email me right away. Oh, Ben Genetics just made it. Happy birthday to Ben Genetics. Ben Genetics, you just made it. You won a book. So congratulations. What's wrong with my plant? So congratulations to Ben Genetics. So yeah, Ben Genetics just made it by a minute. So that was pretty awesome. Okay, so we got the candy, the ice cream yarn, lasagna, and some seeds. So here we go. Good luck, everyone. Good luck.
Simple Kitchen.
Yossi, congratulations to Yossi in a Simple Kitchen. You won a jar full of candy. Congratulations to Yossi. Spin, spin, spin. So congratulations to Yossi in a Simple Kitchen. So Yossi, do you want the jar? Do you want seeds? Do you want to give this to someone else? Let us know, Yossi. So we're looking at Yossi in the chat. Yossi be sleeping by now. He could be loving that worm farm that he's been saying he has. I hope Bailey's feeling better too, Sally. So we're looking for Yossi. I love that Mrs. Puff here, which is my teacher. I love when she comes in the chat. Yeah, I hope you can make it I Love to Crochet's birthday party. Okay. Here we go. Pink yarn. Pink yarn. You'll see that.
Some soil 55.
Sifting some soil 55. Congratulations to Sifting Some Soil 55. You want some ice cream yarn. So congratulations to Sifting Some Soil 55. Sifting Soil 55. Or do you want the yarn? Do you want seeds? Do you want to give this to someone else? Let us know, Sifting Some Soil 55. And I'll shave my step back. Did you reach 1,000 yet? I think you're around 900, if I remember. I'm not sure. Al, how many people do you have? How many subscribers do you have? So Sifting Some Soil, the reason why it's 55, because that's what you did reach your 1,000. Okay, congratulations, Al. 1,021. Congratulations, Al, reaching over 1,000. That is awesome. It's Sifting Some Soil and More, not 55. But originally, she's been a member of mine, so I just left the name like that, which she originally had, and I never changed it. Okay, Yossi is here. He's going to give it to Huga Homestead. So congratulations to Huga Homestead. You won a jar. And Sifting Some Soil, I don't think she's here, so we might have to go back to that. Okay, so the jar is here. Thanks, Yossi. Awesome. Okay, Lasagna Gardening. This is a book from Reed. So LG Homestead. I don't think she's here, but if she's here, she won a book, A Lasagna Gardening. Okay, seeds. I miss Reed too. I miss Reed. please email me, guys. Appreciate all super chats and
Mama.
Adventures with Mau Mau. Congratulations to Adventures with Mau Mau. Okay, we're going to go 4 more seed winners, and we're going to end the night. So we're looking for Adventures with Mau Mau. Mau Mau. There she is. Thanks, I'll take it. Greg finally won again. Whoop, whoop. Congratulations to Greg. Let us know what kind of seeds do you want, Greg. Adventures with Mau Mau. Mama. I always screw it up. I know. A Norris Nor tomato seeds from Breakers Creek. So, Adventure with Mama. Adventure with Mama. Sounds good. A Norris Nor. So, we are looking for Greg Bryson. There it is. Baker's Creek Seeds. Greg, you won Kellogg's Breakfast Tomato. So congratulations to Greg Bryson. 3 more winners.
Farm Life.
My Alabama Farm Life. Congratulations, My Alabama Farm Life. Last 2 winners. Looking for My Alabama Farm Life in the chat. Helen Ford. So let us know, Helen, what kind of seeds do you want? Congratulations to Helen Ford. Helen's been such a blessing to this channel. The amount of envelopes and stamps and everything to help you guys out has been absolutely amazing.
Small Garden Dream.
Kimmy, congratulations to Kimmy. And Jane Doe said, thank you, Joe, for the yarn. Mona passed it to me. So, and thank you, Gil. Thank you for upgrading your membership to Superhero. And Jane Doe is now the winner of the pink yarn. Congratulations to Jane Doe. And we are looking for Kimmy and Helen Ford. And let's do one more spin. Look at Kimmy and Helen Ford from My Alabama Farm Life. Kimmy's on vacation. Yay! There's Kimmy hot peppers.
Cat on the prowl.
Bailey knocked her cat out on the prowl. Let me see. Kimmy, you won Jalapeno Chernobyl. And congratulations to Bailey. Bailey knocked her cat out of prowl creations. So this is what Kimmy won. Jalapeno Chernobyl. From jppepperseeds.com. And Bailey's probably going to pick somebody out on the chat. And we're looking for Helen Ford and My Alabama Farm Life. So who wants seeds? Bailey's going to pick somebody out in the chat. And thank you, Gray Man Prepping, for upgrading your memberships. That is awesome. So Bailey's going to pick somebody out in the chat, and then we're going to end the chat. So if you see anybody see Helen Ford, tell her she won. I tell you what, she's been such a blessing, Helen Ford. I mean, I between seeds and the envelopes and stamps and everything else, it just made it so much easier for me. Okay, Bailey, pick somebody out in the chat, Bailey. And it's going to be a good party for watching Tanks live. Birthday celebration. Dwarf tomatoes. So I know I missed some of that. One second. I missed it. Tomatoes for David Gray. David Gray, you won bread and salt tomato. 1 second. My mistake. I'm totally lost in the chat, guys. I need some help. I need a lot of help. Okay, I see. Tank. Okay, so Bailey sending hers to Tank, and she chose tomatoes, and she's going to get the orange hat tomato. I got it, I think. And there's not a Helen Ford here, right? She's not here. No Helen Ford. Okay, so I think we're good. So the last couple of winners, look at that, Bailey. 17 months. 17 months. Whoop. That is awesome. This has definitely been a journey, Bailey. This definitely has been a journey. Again, Ben Genetics, happy birthday to you. And I don't have those salt and bread tomatoes. All right. Okay, David Gray. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for all staying. Hope you guys enjoyed the chat with AJ's Green Topics. And thank you, AJ's Green Topics, for coming on. And thank you guys for all your love and support. Make sure you check out the other channels. Become a member. It really benefits me. It benefits you. You guys definitely get your money's worth. And I love you guys. Everybody have a great night. Take care. God bless. Love you.